What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Kike. I'm back with another one. So I already took a glance at some of the stuff for this update, and I must say this is probably the biggest quality of life update that Legends has ever had, or probably one of the biggest quality of life updates that Legends ever. I don't think there's ever been one that I've actually been excited for like this before, like this. So let's just take a look at the information. So co-op, they added a new mechanic. Now, if you didn't know, when you activate your Rise Rush at the same time as your buddy in co-op, it will cancel each other's out. You will cancel each other's Rise Rush out, and only one will actually process. Now, if that happens, you will just get one super powerful Rise Rush if you activate your Rise Rush at the same time as your buddy in co-op. So that's pretty good. So they made adjustments to the UI, so you can now check missions from event screens. A menu button has been added to the exchange shop. Added a few new summon animations. Yeah, I've already seen some of the new summon animations. So yes, we do have new summon animations. I ain't gonna lie, they are lit. They know what they were doing, man. They know people don't want to summon on that USC banner, even though the units are actually pretty good. But the new summon animations are pretty lit. I ain't gonna lie. It's probably gonna be the hypest thing that everybody's gonna be hyped about. I might make a whole separate video on that. So there's that. They also adjusted a few animations. Let's see. So they also adjusted the conditions to Zenkai Awakened summons. Now they're there permanently now. All the Zenkai Awakened banners, but you won't be able to access them or summon on them until you actually get that Zenkai Awakened unit to 7-star. So there's that. So you can always just Zenkai them without having to wait until their banners come back. So there's that. Around. So yeah, so you have also a last selected job request scroll position, which now can be saved an adventure screen. That's not for adventures. Reading it kind of sounds confusing. You probably just have something you have to see for yourself. They also changed the order in the tabs of the mission screens. Okay, so there's that. So overall, the system, they added some new stuff as well. They upgraded the auto mode UI. Now this is something that brought a little bit of a smile to my face, because PvE farming in this game is just so annoying because you can't really depend on the bot. Like, I think of games like Grand Cross. I know some of you guys are probably like, bro, yeah, they're Grand Cross. Everybody know ass kissing Grand Cross. But one of the things that I must give to them is that the game is just the game mostly kind of plays itself. But when it comes to, you don't really mind it as much, because when it comes to the PvE grinding, like, you could just be doing something else and just have it to where the computer can actually just handle a lot of the grinding, and then when it comes to the actual real gameplay, you could just do that. With Legends, you can't really do that, because when it comes to the PvE grinding, the auto mode is just not reliable, because sometimes the computer is so fucking dumb. They sit there for like 5 seconds sometimes and just sit there and just take blast cards to the face, and this shit is just so annoying sometimes. And then when you look at it, you're like, bro, what are they doing? Sometimes you're like, all right, bro, I'm gonna just take control back, because I could complete this stage a lot faster if I actually just do it myself. So that's really good that they updated the auto mode UI. So the AI is now more aggressive, which is really good, and they also make full use of Dragon Balls and arts cards that have extra abilities. So really good that they upgrade the auto mode UI. It makes for PvE content a lot more viable when it comes to a lot of the more tedious stuff, like grinding, like space time rush and shit like that. It makes a lot of that stuff a lot less tedious, where you could just have it where the computer do it. But no, the computer was kind of trash before. That's why nobody really liked doing that stuff. So really good. So when reattempting battles, you can now choose to try again with the same team. Reattempting the same team shortens the load time before battle starts. Really good. So just make it to where PvE content grinding is a lot more viable. So really good. So equipment rank Z+, so they added a new type of equipment type thing. They may be added to equipment with the most powerful abilities. In the update, we are adjusting the pre-existing upgrading system instead of expanding it. Equipment effects will not change. All around really solid stuff. You can also now sign in with Apple. So for all my iOS guys, I'm on iOS myself, so I don't know why I was saying it like I wasn't, but for all my people that's on iOS, you can now just use your fingerprint scanner or probably your face scan and just easily just log into Apple. Really convenient. Not really the best if you're somebody that likes transferring your account a lot, because as you do know, you do lose your Chrono Crystals when you transfer your account. So if you're somebody who knows that you go back and forth between Android and iOS, don't exactly suggest that you do it that way. But if you're always going to be iOS, then you don't have to worry about it too much. So there's that. So there's also the new not Android 21, but Ultimate Space Time 21. Now I have a separate video on me breaking down these units, so I'm not gonna actually just go through it. But they are very impressive, and they do fit on the teams that I thought they want to fit on. Like this guy, this Trunks. A lot of people want him to be for future, but he's meant for mostly hybrids. This guy is meant for mostly future, to be honest, as well. So all around really good. Even though a lot of people thought he's gonna be for regen, you could use him on regen, but he doesn't really have a place there, to be honest. He will be good though on regen as as well if you want to decide to use them on there. So there's that. So all around, there's that. So here's co-op. Not really much has changed from co-op aside for the new Rise and Rush mechanic, except for the fact that now you can get these tickets so you can summon on Zenkai Goku's banner. So yeah, so pretty much confirming that Zenkai Wiki no Goku is 100% free to play. I'll see how much of a grind this actually is to see if I actually want to go ahead and do it to Zenkai Wiki all the way to Zenkai level 7. But there's that as far as how we'll go around to how you will go around to receiving a ticket so you can go summon on that banner to Zenkai Awaken this kid Goku. They also have a new equipment for him as well, which is pretty solid. The stats look pretty solid, nothing too crazy. Here's the actual banner art stuff, looks pretty clean. No, obviously here's Zenkai Awaken Goku. So all around really solid stuff. And here we have before we go into the feedback stuff, where they were talking about how they took our feedback on this update. Here we have the Super Scout battle. Honestly, I already took a glance at all these. Honestly, all these characters are kind of just meh. I mean, don't get me wrong, these two are good bench units. Zarbon and Dodora, they're good bench units for Frieza Force. This guy's okay. He's not really anything worth chasing. Whis is definitely the unit that you need to be going ahead and try and farm if you don't have him, in my opinion. Even if you do have him, he's still probably the best out of all these EX units here, and he's the one that has the most value to me. So I think that if there's any unit you should go for in the Super Scout battle, it only lasts for 10 days anyway, but you should definitely go for Whis. You definitely go for Whis in my personal opinion. New Space Time Duel 44. We have a new equipment. Pretty stank. Just because it has in the middle slot, you have a chance to give a negative percentage, which is not really good. I hate when they do that on these type of equips. I just don't like it. I just don't like equips that give negative stats at all. I don't care if it's a certain chance. I don't care. I'm not a fan of that. I'm just not a fan of that at all. So definitely don't think that's the best equip that you should be going chase for. We do have some new spring adventures. They are different from the other ones, even though they look exactly almost alike, but they are different. So yeah, they have the 7-hour ones, 3-hour ones, 1-hour ones, and the tag for this adventure is future. So you want to go to farm out your green and red future units if you want to try and get those best drop rates on those rewards. So there's that. So all around, that's pretty much everything else. We have new Space Time Rush has been resetted. New login bonus. Yep, that's all there is about new stuff. And then lastly, we finally have the feedback update. So let's just take a read at this. Thank you for the continued support of Dragon Ball Legends. We would like to extend a big thank you to everyone who participated in the February 26, 2020 social media user survey. This is the feedback from that survey that we took a while back. So there's that. We value all your feedback and opinions. We are now looking to work to see how we can incorporate. Sorry, there's a crack right there by my screen a little bit, so it was kind of weird looking. So yes, how we can incorporate them into the game. For now, let's take a look at the follow updates planned to implement it into the game soon. So these are stuff that they plan to implement into the game into the future, stuff that's not actually in the game yet. So keep that in mind. This is all stuff that they have planned, so keep that in mind. So Hyper co-op, I was about to say the whole name. Co-op dual impact will be upgraded, in the amount of time before you link appears will be extended. What is dual impact? I ain't gonna lie, it's been a while. Oh, okay. Dual impact is like when your co-op and your buddy do like the same attack, right? Yeah. Okay. So there's that. That's cool, I guess. It's been a while since I played co-op, so I was actually kind of off about this. But let's talk about something we morally care about. Zenkai Awakening. They do have plans for Zenkai Awakening in the future, so obviously they're gonna have to revamp it. The requirements for Zenkai Awakening missions are being relaxed, and the amount of Zenkai souls acquirable from Zenkai jobs requests have been increased. Yes. For us free-to-play players, it took us a while, but we finally are getting through to them, and they're finally understanding how annoying, how tedious this grind can be. Like, come on, bro. For us people who just don't have it to where you could just summon on those banners to get like Zenkai Awakening level 2, level 3, the grind is ridiculous. Even for people who said they paid on that, like not paid, but summon on those banners to get those units Zenkai Awakening. Even they said, even though that you get the Zenkai Awakening levels, they said the grind for the souls is even 10 times more tedious. So the grind is just all around just overall too taxing for free to play, even for people who even aren't free to play. So they are going to be revamping. This is one of the biggest changes that we have been asked for since that ridiculously trash ass update since Christmas. We've been asking for this, bro. So they are this is to be planned in the future. So we don't have an exact date when this actually is going to be live in the game. Okay, so now that I'm done blabbering, accordingly, we are changing the battle participation missions requirements for the following characters. So Goku, the legendary blue Broly, SSJ2 Gohan, the purple one, Majin Buu Good. It's crazy because this is kind of fucked. This is the fucked up part about it. I knew I should have just waited, but I still Zenkai Awakened even most of these units, even though I was taking my time Zenkai Awakened the last three, but still, I still Zenkai Awakened most of these units, so it doesn't really have that much value for me right now. But in the future, we will see how better they decide to make this the missions are when it comes to just getting the units to Zenkai level 1 for free. So there's that. So Goku Black and God of Destruction Beerus as well. So all around pretty solid. I still wish they would have removed the star requirement, but to be honest, I'll take what we can get. I'm not gonna complain too much. This is still a good step in the right direction. So not big thumbs up for Legends on that. All battle members will be designated tags. It will be counted towards following missions. Please be aware that the current progress of the affected missions will be reset of the schedule of April 14th. So this takes into effect more likely on April 14th from the way they talk about. So they already have a maintenance plan for that day and everything. So it's just about what, 6 days from now, 5 days from now, so not too long until the stuff is actually implemented. All right, so Z Metal Exchange Shop is also getting updated for the future. Update in the future, a new item will be added to exchange lineup to concede with the Z Metal Exchange Shop Overhaul. This will be a special piece of equipment that increases friendship points earned from battles to help players raise friendship ranks more faster. Where was this 2 months ago, bro? Where was this when us content creators were grinding our asses off to try and Zenkai Awaken these units for free? Where was this 2 months ago, bro? Where was this 2.5 months ago? This is all we ever were like, bro. If Zenkai Awaken had some of this stuff in the beginning, the grind would have never been as much taxing, and we never would have hated it so much, bro. This could, bro, whatever. Like I said, not gonna complain. At least it's here. Equipment slots will be expanded in possession items for slot removers, and some Z powers will be raised. Okay. We are continuing to look into feedback we aren't able to incorporate into this update and plan to use to guide updates in the future. We are a development team, hope to continue to provide all of exciting updates, etc. So you guys get the point. So this is good. This is probably the best news that the game has had in a while. They're fixing problems that we've been complaining about for the longest. It's not going to be a 1, 2, 3 step process. I knew it wasn't going to be a 1, 2, 3 step process, but this is finally looking like a glimmer of light into the right direction. As far as everything else, some of that stuff like that, because I know it is always going to be somebody that always going to bring up like, yo, but the rates are still trash. Like, bro, look, man, it's a gacha game. There's always going to be some catch when it comes to summoning, but when it comes to stuff like Zenkai Awakening and grinding PV content, I'm glad that they are acknowledged, that they finally are fixing a lot of the problems or planning to implement ways to make this stuff better. Because I'm glad that they're listening as well. Because that shit was crazy, bro. I'm actually quite excited. I'm not gonna lie. This is the biggest excitement I've had for a while. Like, new characters are always cool. I don't give a shit about new characters though. It's like we always get that. They're always gonna be lit when they come out. Every time we get a hype new character, I care about the quality of life stuff. And when I heard that they were gonna start talking about the quality of life stuff when they with the little sit down session that they have like Kage Rhyme Style, that's what made me a lot more excited, because I knew that there may be a chance that we may be looking into the right direction as far as what Legends needed. And this is what Legends needed: a complete quality of life overhaul, but not to where it was to the point where it feels like we're playing a completely new game, like how it was with the update in Christmas, because they just threw too much shit up on us at once, and some of the stuff was just too ridiculous, and it just felt like it was just way too much, and it was just too taxing just to have to grind all that stuff. So it's your boy Kaiki, your last guy for more content. The biggest quality of life update that Legends has to offer. That's gonna be the title of this video: biggest quality of life update ever, because this is shit I all care about. Making Zenkai Awaken way less grindy and taxing. Free to play Zenkai Awaken Goku. I'm not really sure how crazy the grind is gonna be for him, but there's that also as well. Updates to co-op to where you actually can activate Rise Rushes at the same time without them canceling out. All good stuff. This is a really good quality of life update. I'll give Legends a 5 out of 5 on this one. They did good on this one. I've been let down by Legends before, but I definitely think that this is a good step in the right direction. If they keep up with the consistency and these good quality of life updates up until the 2-year anniversary, we're gonna be looking at some really saucy stuff, really hype stuff as far as just how the direction of the game is gonna be going. So that's your boy Kai Kid. I already said my outro so many times. Oh man, Legends, best quality of life update. And yeah, I'm out.